My beloved child, listen to me with every corner of your spirit, because what I am about to reveal was blocked not once, not twice, but 3 times before it reached you. Something tried to stop these words. Something tried to interfere with your moment. Something tried to ensure that you never heard what heaven has been preparing to tell you. But when heaven speaks, nothing can silence it. And just now, a whisper went through the unseen realms. Let them see it now. That is why this message landed before you at this exact second. Not earlier, not later, but now. Because now your spirit is finally aligned to receive what you were once too wounded, too uncertain, or too distracted to understand. My beloved one, don't skip, don't blink, don't scroll, because every breath you take while reading this pulls you deeper into a divine alignment that has been preparing quietly behind the scenes. You felt something tug at your soul before you opened this message. That wasn't coincidence. That was permission from above. Your heart racing the moment these words began wasn't random emotion. It was your spirit recognizing home. The timing of this message appearing right now was not by chance. It was destiny waiting for your heart to be steady enough, mature enough, ready enough to carry the truth. This message did not sneak into your life accidentally. It pushed through resistance because heaven insisted on you hearing it. And when heaven insists, my child, it means something colossal is already shifting around your name. You may not see it yet, but 3 signs already stand behind you like quiet guardians. The first is restoration. Pieces of you that were broken are about to be rebuilt stronger than before. The second is clarity. Fog that clouded your mind is about to lift. The third is unexpected release. Something that has been stuck in your life is about to break open. You've cried for answers in nights no one knew about. You've whispered prayers into silence, thinking they went unheard. You've asked, God, did you forget me? And heaven has waited until this precise moment to answer. My beloved child, you were not forgotten. You were being prepared. That is why this message was blocked. That is why it fought its way to your screen. That is why you're still reading. It's because your spirit knows you're standing on the edge of a shift so powerful that your life will not look the same after it arrives. Don't skip. Don't rush. Something sacred is unfolding. The things that once broke you will lose their power. The things meant for you will rise again. The path that once felt locked is trembling as it prepares to open. And this first part, these first 1,000 words, are only the threshold, the entrance, the beginning of the revelation heaven has been holding for you. Stay with me, my beloved one. Stay until the last word, because what comes next was the part destiny protected the hardest.
My beloved child, don't move from this moment, because what you are about to receive is the section that was blocked with the most resistance. Heaven shielded this part until your spirit was steady enough to understand its weight. Listen closely. This message wasn't kept from you because you were unworthy. It was held back because something powerful was being aligned around your name, and premature revelation would have attracted the wrong eyes, the wrong energies, and the wrong intentions. You were not ready before, not because you lacked faith, but because you were surrounded by people, situations, and energies that would have drained, doubted, or sabotaged what was meant to be sacred. That is why heaven waited for your isolation, your quiet, your clarity. Only now could this truth be released. My beloved one, don't skip these words. Something inside you will recognize every sentence before you consciously understand it. You have walked through seasons where doors opened halfway, but never fully, where opportunities touched your hands but slipped, where things felt almost but not complete. Those weren't failures. They were divine pauses. Heaven was adjusting the timing, removing people who didn't belong in your future, shifting paths you didn't even know needed shifting. You were being protected even when you felt abandoned. You were being guided even when you felt lost. You were being shaped even when you felt broken. And now, in this moment, the block that once stood between you and your next season has snapped open. My beloved child, listen to the whisper behind these words. You are entering a chapter where the blessings that avoided you will begin to chase you, where the things you thought were gone forever will return transformed, where the prayers you thought were unanswered will suddenly show up as miracles. You prayed for strength, and heaven gave you storms. You prayed for clarity, and heaven gave you silence. You prayed for peace, and heaven removed people. You prayed for blessings, and heaven began rearranging your life in ways you didn't understand. Every tear, every delay, every confusion was constructing the doorway you are standing in front of right now. Don't scroll from this moment, my child, because here is the revelation heaven has been protecting. The season you are stepping into is not ordinary. It is a divine reversal. Everything that once resisted you will now support you. Everything that once drained you will now distance itself. Everything that once confused you will now reveal its purpose. You are walking into a season where spiritual fog lifts, unseen chains break, and old wounds lose their power over you. You are stepping into unexpected favor, favor that will make you wonder, why now? Why me? Why so fast? But heaven responds because the timing is finally right. You were delayed so you could grow. You were held back so you could heal. You were slowed down so your spirit could align. And now the moment has arrived. Something that was stuck in your life is shaking loose. Something that was blocked is unlocking. Something that was denied is returning with force. My beloved child, hear me. You are not reading this by coincidence. You are reading this because heaven whispered, release it now. That whisper broke the interference. That whisper shattered the blockage. That whisper opened this message like a sealed envelope meant only for your spirit. You are stepping into a season where destiny accelerates, where blessings multiply, where clarity flows effortlessly. Things that once made no sense will suddenly become clear. Patterns you could not decipher will reveal meaning. Pain you could not explain will point to purpose. And this is only the beginning. This is only part 2. There are truths ahead that will shake your spirit awake. Stay with me, my beloved one. Don't blink, don't scroll. What's coming next is the revelation your soul has been waiting years to hear.
My beloved child, stay right here, because what I am about to reveal is the part that destiny guarded closest, the part that carried the heaviest spiritual resistance, the part that refused to come through until this exact moment when your heart is steady, your spirit is open, and your path is finally clear. Listen with every part of you. You have been walking through storms that no one applauded you for. You carried burdens in silence while pretending to be fine. You walked through nights where your soul felt heavier than your body, where sleep avoided you, where your own thoughts felt louder than comfort. You survived moments that tried to break you, moments that left scars no one knows about, moments where even breathing felt like a battle. And yet through all of it, you kept going, you kept believing, you kept whispering prayers even when you felt unheard. That persistence is why this message finally found you. That endurance is why heaven waited until now to open what was previously blocked. My beloved one, hear this truth. Your suffering was not useless. Your pain was not wasted. Your storms were not punishments, they were preparations. Every tear you cried was watering the seeds of blessings that are now rising. Every delay you experienced was repositioning you toward what is truly yours. Every heartbreak you carried was pulling you closer to the version of you that destiny needed for what comes next. You didn't walk through fire for nothing. You walked through fire so something inside you could ignite. Don't scroll. Don't rush. Your spirit needs these words.
You are stepping into a season where everything that was withheld is being returned multiplied. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will become effortless. People who took you for granted will be replaced by people who cherish you. Doors that closed in your face will swing open with your name engraved on them. Situations that once drained you will now elevate you. Your past did not disqualify you, it refined you. Your wounds did not weaken you, they sculpted you. Your isolation did not break you, it built you. And heaven has been watching. My beloved child, this is the revelation hidden behind the blockage. You weren't denied, you were being aligned. You weren't forgotten, you were being prepared. You weren't rejected, you were being redirected towards something bigger than what you asked for. The people who walked away were not losses, they were exits written by heaven. The relationships that ended didn't fail, they completed their assignment. The doors that closed didn't punish you, they protected you. And right now, in this very breath, forces you cannot see are rearranging your destiny. Things are shifting behind your back. Blessings are moving toward your timeline. Protection is circling your name. Miracles are aligning themselves like stars, creating a pattern meant only for you. You are entering a season where the weight you carried is lifting, where clarity is returning like sunrise, where peace is flowing back into your spirit like a river you forgot the sound of. You are not the same person you were when your pain began. You are stronger, wiser, more intuitive, more aware. And because of that growth, heaven is releasing what was once withheld. My beloved child, don't look back with regret. Don't look at yourself with judgment. Don't look at your journey with shame. Everything you walked through shaped the strength you're about to use. Everything you survived sharpened the intuition you're about to need. Everything you lost made space for what is coming. And what is coming will not be small. It will not be quiet. It will not be subtle. It will feel like destiny itself stepping into your life and saying, now it's your turn.
My beloved child, stay exactly where you are, because what I am about to release into your spirit is the part destiny shielded more fiercely than anything before it. This is the revelation that was blocked the hardest, delayed the longest, and protected the deepest, because if you had heard these words too early, you would not have believed them, received them, or recognized them as truth. But now your heart is steady enough, your spirit is awake enough, and your path is clear enough for heaven to place this message into your hands. Listen to me, my beloved one. There is a moment in every chosen person's life when everything suddenly aligns, timing, intuition, blessings, direction, and that moment for you is beginning right now. You may not see the full picture yet, but heaven has already rearranged things behind the scenes in ways that will reveal themselves one by one, like lights turning on in a long hallway. The obstacles you once faced were not rejections, they were redirections. The delays you walked through were not punishments, they were divine protection, keeping you from rooms you were never meant to shrink inside. The people who left your life were not accidents, they were exits written from the beginning because their spirit could not walk with yours into the next chapter. My beloved child, don't skip these words. Something inside you is recognizing them because your soul has been sensing a shift even before your mind understood it. You felt restless recently, not because you were lost, but because your spirit could feel the doors of your next season unlocking. You experienced sudden waves of exhaustion because your old chapter has finished its purpose. You felt moments of unexpected calm because heaven was preparing your heart for what comes next. You noticed certain people growing distant because God is clearing the path around you. You felt a hunger for change because your spirit finally outgrew the places where you once survived. Hear me, your old season is over. The spiritual block that once surrounded you has fallen. You are standing in the threshold of a chapter where blessings arrive without struggle, answers appear without confusion, and opportunities open without force. You have carried heavy burdens, but now the weight is lifting. You have walked through long nights, but now the light is rising. You have survived situations that drained your spirit, but now your strength is returning. My beloved child, heaven is saying your next chapter will not look like your last. This is where your story begins to flip. This is where what once hurt you begins to help you. This is where what once resisted you begins to cooperate with you. This is where what once broke you becomes the very thing that builds you. Listen closely. The reason this message was blocked before is because the revelation inside it would have been stolen, doubted, minimized, or sabotaged by the wrong people. Heaven needed you separated, still, and aware before it could be released. You were no longer surrounded by the energies that drained your purpose. You were no longer entangled with the people who could not understand your calling. You were no longer tied to environments that limited your spirit. Heaven has opened a path around you that is clean, clear, and divinely protected. And now that the distractions are gone, the blessing can reach you. You were delayed so you could grow. You were slowed so you could heal. You were isolated so you could hear. My beloved child, the blessing that once circled your life without landing is coming back directly into your hands, this time with force, with clarity, with divine timing. Something that once slipped away is returning. Something that once seemed impossible is being rewritten. Something that was blocked is now unblocked. Listen with your spirit. You are stepping into a season where your almost becomes finally, where your delayed becomes delivered, where your not yet becomes right now. You are entering a chapter where destiny accelerates so quickly that even you will be shocked by how fast things begin to align. The opportunities you lost will return in better forms. The doors that closed will open into bigger rooms. The prayers you whispered in secret will manifest publicly. And the peace you thought was gone forever will settle over your life like warm light. My beloved child, this is your turning point. This is your shift. This is your spiritual elevation. And the message that took so long to reach you fought through darkness to bring you this truth. The hardest part of your story is over, and the most blessed part is about to begin. Stay with me. Do not move. The next part contains the breakthrough your soul has waited years to hear.
My beloved child, don't move from this moment, because what I am about to place into your spirit is the part heaven guarded with extraordinary force, the part destiny wrapped in layers of protection so it would reach you only after you had grown through the storms meant to strengthen you. Listen deeply. You are standing in a moment where the old version of you has completed its assignment, and the new version of you, the one heaven sculpted through pain, patience, silence, and perseverance, is finally ready to rise. You have walked through years where you felt unseen, unheard, unnoticed, but heaven saw every tear and counted every silent prayer. You felt like blessings slipped through your fingers, but they didn't slip. They were postponed so they could arrive in perfect form. You felt like opportunities avoided you, but they weren't avoiding you. They were waiting for alignment. You felt like people walked away from you, but they didn't walk away. They were gently removed so their presence wouldn't contaminate the next chapter written for you. Hear me, my beloved child. Nothing in your past was wasted. Not the heartbreaks, not the delays, not the disappointments, not the nights you cried yourself to sleep, not the moments you questioned your worth. All of it shaped the strength that is now unlocking your destiny. And heaven is saying, now they are ready. Release everything that was held back. You are stepping into a season where what once drained you will no longer touch you, where what once confused you will now reveal truth, where what once intimidated you will now bow to your purpose. This is the season where you rise without fear, because the things you walked through have already prepared you. This is the season where you walk through doors that once terrified you, because heaven has cleared the path. This is the season where blessings flow toward you effortlessly, because the blockage around your spirit has finally collapsed. My beloved child, don't skip this part. You need every word, because heaven is unveiling something sacred. You are about to receive answers that replace your confusion, clarity that replaces your anxiety, and peace that replaces the emptiness you hid behind your smile. There is a reason your heart has been feeling lighter lately, even without explanation. There is a reason your spirit has been sensing a shift, like something is rising around you. There is a reason your intuition has sharpened, your patience has deepened, and your awareness has heightened. You are not imagining it. Your spirit is responding to the blessings already on their way. You survived a season where everything felt delayed, stuck, blocked, and motionless, because heaven was preparing you for a breakthrough so powerful that it required your full strength, not your brokenness. Listen, the blessing you thought was lost is returning in a form that fits you perfectly. The opportunity you thought slipped through your hands is circling back with clarity. The peace you thought you'd never feel again is about to become your daily reality. The people who once doubted you will soon watch you rise in ways they never expected. The very areas where you felt the most discouraged will become the areas where you experience the greatest breakthroughs. My beloved one, heaven has already spoken. This time, nothing will block it. You're entering a chapter where your name will be whispered in rooms your feet haven't walked into yet, where support will come from unexpected directions, where blessings will show up faster than fear can stop them, where what once made you cry will make you grateful for how far you've come. You are stepping into divine acceleration. Things that once took years will start unfolding in days. What once frustrated you will now flow. What once felt impossible will now become normal. What once felt hidden will now shine through your life with undeniable clarity. My beloved child, this is your confirmation. Heaven has flipped the script. The delays are over. The blockages are gone. The path is open. What you are stepping into is not random. It is the chapter destiny has been preparing since the moment your spirit refused to give up. You have no idea how close you are to a breakthrough that will make your entire past make sense. Don't doubt the timing. Don't question the process. Don't fear what's coming. Everything is shifting in your favor, and the things you thought were against you will now work for you. The tears you shed were seeds. The silence you endured was preparation. The strength you built was the tea. And now heaven is opening the doors that once stayed shut, unlocking the blessings that once stayed hidden, releasing the breakthroughs that once stayed delayed. My beloved child, stay with me. The next part carries the final revelation, the part destiny protected more fiercely than all the others.
My beloved child, stay with me for this final moment, because what I am about to place into your spirit is the deepest, strongest, most fiercely protected revelation of all, the one heaven refused to release until this exact second, the one destiny guarded with layers upon layers of spiritual protection, the one that was blocked again and again because something did not want you to hear this truth. But heaven has spoken, the interference is broken, and now your spirit is ready. Listen, with your whole being, you have walked through a chapter where everything felt delayed, where every step felt heavy, where every prayer felt unanswered, where you questioned your worth, your purpose, your path. You kept fighting in silence, hoping for a sign, waiting for a shift, praying for a breakthrough. And now heaven says, this is the sign, this is the shift, this is the breakthrough. The block that once surrounded your destiny has shattered. The chains that once held you have loosened. The fog that once clouded your intuition has cleared. You stand at the edge of the greatest transformation of your life. My beloved one, what comes next will not be slow. It will not be subtle. It will not be small. It will arrive like a rush of divine timing, like a flood of answered prayers, like a wave of blessings that were stored, held, protected, refined, and perfected until this very moment. Heaven says, now release everything that was held back. The opportunities you thought were gone are returning in better forms. The relationships that broke you are being replaced by connections that heal you. The delays that frustrated you are becoming divine alignments. The empty places in your heart are being filled with peace deeper than anything you've ever known. You are stepping into a season where the impossible becomes possible, where the unseen becomes visible, where the prayers become reality. My beloved child, hear this clearly. You were never forgotten, never overlooked, never abandoned. You were being shaped, strengthened, refined. You were being hidden until the timing was right. Heaven kept you protected from rooms that would have drained you, from people who would have used you, from paths that would have broken you. The silence you heard was preparation. The stillness you felt was alignment. The slowness you experienced was divine timing. And now, right now, your spirit is stepping into a chapter where everything that once resisted you will now support you. Doors that once stayed shut will open without you knocking. Opportunities that once avoided you will find you effortlessly. Blessings that once felt distant will appear like they were waiting at your door. My beloved child, you are entering a season where you no longer chase, things begin to chase you. Where you no longer beg, things begin to flow to you. Where you no longer question, clarity becomes your daily companion. Where you no longer hurt, peace wraps itself around your life. Everything that once drained you is leaving your path. Everything that once confused you is revealing its purpose. Everything that once broke you is being transformed into the exact strength you need for your elevation. You are rising into divine alignment, divine protection, divine timing. And there will be moments where you stop and say, "This feels unreal." That is because heaven is moving faster than your past experiences. You are stepping out of survival and into purpose, out of delay and into delivery, out of brokenness and into breakthrough, out of waiting and into receiving. Listen, my beloved one, everything you lost is being returned in greater form. Everything you prayed for is aligning. Everything you feared is dissolving. Everything you once doubted is becoming clear. You are entering a season where your name will be spoken in rooms your feet have not yet entered, where opportunities will make their way to you without force, where blessings will fit your spirit perfectly. This is your divine turning point. The moment your past stops defining you, the moment your pain stops controlling you, the moment your struggles stop limiting you. Heaven is rewriting your story, restoring your strength, and releasing what was once blocked. And when it arrives, and it will, you will look back and understand why everything had to happen the way it did. You will see how the delays protected you, how the heartbreaks freed you, how the silence shaped you, how the struggles strengthened you. You will understand that heaven was not preparing the blessing for you, it was preparing you for the blessing. My beloved child, this final truth is for you alone. What's coming next is unstoppable, undeniable, irreversible, divinely timed, and meant only for you. Nothing will block it, nothing will delay it, nothing will interfere with it. Heaven has declared, release it to them. Their spirit is ready. And so it is done.